today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Throwing to start the drive, Pierce. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Pierce. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there, with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Pierce. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A solid stiff arm. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Watkins, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Pierce. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pierce. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing deep for Stewart, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Pierce. Throw left side complete. That's Hammond. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. (21-0) our score after 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That goes for a gain of 31. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting.
Pierce has it knocked loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
To throw on 2nd down. Pierce under pressure again and And down he goes again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd down, Lawton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Bills. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Pierce. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw on 3rd down, Pierce. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And the Bills getting set to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down now, it's Chambers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. On first down, Chambers.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he coughed it up, and the Dolphins have got it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take...
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Bills.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On third down, it's Chambers, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Pierce. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead in that.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the
Third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on first down. Lawton, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. They run the counter. Lawton, and he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Weaver, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Off the play fake, Pierce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Play action. Pierce. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. Pierce forced out to his left.
Pierce has it knocked loose.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Lawton, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Watkins.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
36. No.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Pierce. Dancing. Pierce has it knocked loose. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city. But in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Weaver, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing to start the drive. Pierce, he finds his man, complete. It's Hammond, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
To throw on second down, Pierce. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll run on first down. Chambers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Pierce. The quick slant caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chambers, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pierce, and he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3. This remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But this game is gone. They've got to be awfully happy. With their execution overall.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Lawton, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
57, Mike, 57.
In motion left goes a tight end. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts. Maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Okay.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Go, Reed. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.